Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. If you live under a rock and have never seen a video from me up until this very moment, you know that Superchargers is my favorite game in the entire franchise. I have an hour-long video on the channel discussing why I love it so much, so instead of me gushing over it now, go watch that video after this so I can get on with discussing the amazing levels. It'll be in the description. But as always, I'm Rowsell of Rift of Skylands, and this is every Superchargers level ranked from worst to best. But I'm really cool. And you should know that I'm really cool, because I sit like this. Cool people sit like this. And tell you that opinions are cool. You know what else is cool? Superchargers, best game in the franchise. I talked about it for an hour. For some reason, if you guys want more, you can go watch that. But for real, opinions are different, because I say Superchargers is the best franchise in the game. So many people out there say that Superchargers is actually the worst. They're wrong, but they're entitled to their own opinions, no matter how wrong they are. So as long as you're respectful to me in the comments, I'll be respectful to you and everyone else that's down there. So if you don't like Superchargers and you're here just to bash it, then leave. Because we don't need that negativity around here. But let's get back to the video and talk about the best game in the franchise. I can go on for another hour, I swear. Did you say something? I'll do it right now. I want to get to the video. No? Okay. You've been warned. Number 13, Captain Cluck's Chicken Headquarters. When I saw that Captain Cluck from Tower of Time was coming back in this level, I was extremely excited. That is until I started the level. The growing and shrinking mechanic is enjoyable at first, but after playing it a few times, it becomes a little drawn out. Plus, the final battle with Cluck and how you shoot giant chickens at him is nowhere as fun as your battle with him in Tower of Time. There was so much potential for this level, with such a big letdown. Number 12, the Cloud Kingdom. Now I know Superchargers was focused on the vehicles more than the actual Skylanders themselves, but giving us more than one boss battle with just the vehicle is too much. Cloud Kingdom makes you grow more and more angry towards Lord Stratosphere, and then when you get the chance to fight him, it was a big disappointment. If the level itself wasn't as much of a disappointment, maybe it would have placed better. Oh, how we can dream. Number 11, Ridepocalypse Demo Derby. The first time playing this level is insanely fun, mixing the actual vehicle sections with the exploration of the level. But the only problem is, how many times have you replayed this level? Exactly. It's a one and done level that I never see myself going back to, as I know exactly what's going to happen and what my vehicle does in the fights. Replayability is a huge factor in my list, and this one just doesn't have it. Number 10, the Sky Eater. Even without including the actual darkness fight, which you now know why I wouldn't have included it, this level is a mix of frustration and boredom. Just like all previous games, the crawl to chaos is always lackluster at best, which this level's still proving the point. The chaos fight itself is a great redeemer, as is one of my favorite fights with chaos, but at least make the lead up to it worth it. Number 9, Vault of the Ancients. On an episode of Honesty Half Hour with High Vault, I played this level and said, why don't I ever play this level? Then I immediately remembered why. The multiple sections dedicated to weird puzzles, the oddly specific push and pull mechanics that don't make sense to me how it works, and of course, the length. I enjoy long levels in Skylanders. I mean, look at Phantasm Forest for example, but when it's dragged out and boring, it's horrible. Luckily, the puzzles are weird in a good way, so it makes this level a tiny bit better than the rest. Number 8, Land of the Undead. For someone who hasn't played the Swap Force 3DS version of Skylanders, Count Moneybone was a new and likable villain. For everyone else, it's a return of a legend. Too bad they did what I didn't like yet again, and have the final battle with nothing but a vehicle. However, the level before getting to that fight is extremely unique, with the mind-bending portals that send you every which way, sometimes upside down or sideways, with great little puzzles mixed between. If you're going to do a vehicle boss fight, at least make the lead up the best parts. Number 7, the Rift of Skylands. The opening level to a Skylanders game is always hit or miss. Look at every entry I've had on previous lists to get a more detailed breakdown. Superchargers, however, has the best one, as it gives you the perfect mix of how all the vehicles work and how you can play as your favorite Skylanders in between. The vehicle parts don't seem too forced, as it makes you want to hop into your vehicle and head to the next section. This is also the level I use to go farming for treasure, as Chapter 1 has a nice bit of treasure boxes and enemies to gain from excellent dough. Number 6, the Bandit Train. This level was always so odd to me, as it happens right before the final level and has barely any story continuation once you beat it, but dang is this level fun. The crawl from the caboose to the front of the train has numerous fights that are enjoyable each time you play it, and the puzzles in other cabins have a slight challenge to them, but nothing too frustrating. Plus, the final battle with Blubberbeard is the perfect challenge with enough nervousness to give you relief once you beat him. Unless you're me and my supercharged luck. Rest in peace, Disruptor. Number 5, the Cloud Breather's Crag. Following up from an opening level can be difficult, or you can make it basically perfect like they did with the Cloud Breather's Crag. The perfect mix of vehicle missions, enemy fights, and creative puzzles, leading into driving on a literal dragon's spine and a small and fun platforming section afterwards, this level is one of my favorites to come back to when testing out Skylanders, and is always one to look forward to on my playthroughs. Number 4, Spellpunk Library. The first time I played this level, I was blown away by the art style. The side-scrolling cel-shaded design was something I wasn't expecting, especially how the level is one big exploration with the 5 books that give you your missions for the level. This level is the one exception to the vehicle boss battle rule, as it works perfectly with the setup. I'm allowed to bend the rules every once in a while, and it's obvious I had to here. Number 3, Monstrous Isles. 3 words. The 3 giant boss battles in this level are amazing. The Terror Shark battle has throwbacks to a battle with Whiskers and Swap Force, making it super memorable. The battle with the Beachcomber has creative but minorly challenging moments. But when you get to the Thunder Tao fight, it all becomes an all-out slugfest, where you go one-on-one with one of my favorite fights in the franchise. The driving sections are spread evenly apart to not be annoying, and I forgot to mention, you become a literal giant! Not those lame ones from the second game, the actual cool ones. Oh, oops, sorry Eyebrow and T-Rex. Oops. Number 2, Battle Brawl Island. When I see myself coming back to a level in every single Superchargers Honesty Half Hour episode, you know you did something right, as the Battle Brawl Island is perhaps one of the best levels in the franchise history. Imagine the arena battles from any game mixed with Baden von Shellshock's commentary, numerous potion power-ups, and ample opportunities to level up your Skylander to level 20 super easily. Actually, here's a tip for you. If you ever need to farm wish stones, just start this level over and over, as 2 can spawn on the left and right side of the lobby. Never thought I'd actually be helpful in one of these videos now, did you? Number 1, Gadfly Glades. Remember in the Oracle when he mentions your Skylander by name? Or when Hugo says either trigger Spyro or Gil during the opening level of Spyro's adventure? Seeing the Skylander you're playing as behind Flynn during the cutscene gives you that same emotion. The level itself shrinks you down, which is ironic because 2 levels later you become massive. You end up having to race the Collector to save Pomfrey, one of the most fun you'll have in this game. This level is the ultimate fan service, as the Collector lists off all kinds of Skylander variants from the last 5 games, making you relate to her instantly. Giving us one of the best levels in the franchise in the best game. Thank you, Vicarious Visions. And that's my list. Oh wait, now I have to stop talking about Superchargers. That sucks. If for some reason you want to hear more of my love for this game, I'll leave my 1-hour discussion in the description, along with some other awesome content creators. Plus, let me know in the comments what your favorite Superchargers level is, and if you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe if you're new. But as always, I bid you farewell.